Not by learning these slokas, but by bringing in that dimension which will make us to move towards God remembrance. It will give us some idea. No? The theory is okay. But if we stop with theory, there is absolutely no use. See, suppose you are functioning as a head of the family, father, mother, then sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, elders, relatives, so many. How do I maintain the relationship? If I am harmonious with everybody, we all know that. If I am harmonious with everybody, if I am loving everybody, I am loved. I lead a peaceful life. For everything and anything, suppose I start finding fault with them. Everywhere I see only the negative aspects. Suppose I mistrust everybody, suspect everybody. What will be the state of the family? Just imagine. Everything is kept in an orderly way, not in a haphazard way. Right from the minutest to the grossest. How does it look like? We are just now trying to understand the gunas through these things, through examples. That would be more better than stuffing our brain with the theories. So our own mind will interpret the meaning of Sattva Vedanta. We will know that. No doubt these three chapters will definitely give us some idea about it. So from the family man, suppose I go to the field of profession. Suppose I am the employer or the employee. How do I maintain as an employer? How do I maintain good relationship? How do I ensure the prosperity or success of my venture? There are two ways. One can be an artificial relationship, the other can be a sincere relationship, where we try to encourage the faculties lying dormant in our employees. We understand each one is capable of doing something. So we try to put them in the right place. Whenever they go wrong, whenever they right, we don't offend them, but at the same time trying to correct them with love. Suppose you are a vegetable vendor. So many customers will be coming and asking you so many things. Every customer is important for you. How do you deal with them? Suppose you are a shopkeeper. So many people come there. You may be getting a telephone, you may be some client will be asking something. Each client wants his attention to be drawn. And then how do you manage? Suppose you are a paper man. At the doctor time, everybody looks forward for the paper, especially in metro. So when he comes there, suppose one day he is late, how is your attitude towards him? Your milkman? Just start thinking. We remember now Chidanandaji's word again and again. That daily life is an opportunity to test. So wherever we are, in whatever profession we are in whatever status we are in, wherever there is a sattvic approach, a loving approach, there we have seen it pays rich dividends. And here, it is God expressing to you through that form, through that sattvic form. But you will really get the benefit only when you bring in the God dimension. Otherwise, if you limit it to a particular course of studies, which is totally disconnected with the God dimension, we may be seeing a lot of people who are bringing this dimension in their life. But it will help them. It will help them at that level. Definitely it will help them. But for a higher journey, it won't help them if they don't bring in God dimension. This is what Vinobaji said. Sattva is good. Sattva is not to be eliminated, but sattva has to be wounded. Below the waist you shoot. You need him, but at the same time, he cannot overpower. Because I may arrogate that my way of handling people has brought this success. My way of handling has brought this business to a success. My way of handling has brought my family harmonious. This is what I feel. At that level, he is right. He is enjoying it, no doubt. But it will not help us in our journey towards it. This is something on which everybody has to think. You may kindly go through these 3 chapters. Whenever you are, it will give you a lot of idea. Because speech, action, thoughts, movements, all these things are there right from the moment we get up until we retire to bed. So all these things, even in spiritual disciplines, even in my food, even in when I feel I am doing it, understanding, so many classifications they have given in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We initially thought we will take up one by one. Then we felt that it will become an academic exercise. Unless we bring in examples, so that we can interpret the meaning of Sattva, Rajas, Tama in our own way, that will help us. Otherwise, we may be quoting somebody, And when we look at this, all these examples will come to us one by one. Many years back, when a family came, that family used to, they are always, they find joy in giving. So they said they would like to give rice, sugar, 1 kilo of sugar, 1 kilo of rice, 1 kilo of this, 1 kilo of that, so many. So we arranged everything with the provision wala and they made kits. And that was somehow people came to know there was a big queue, very big queue. Ultimately, we had to request some of our devotees and workers to discipline the queue. And this family has been giving. Each one is moving giving. Somebody made a comment. People who have taken, they have sent their son or daughter or wife so that they will get one more. So, actually this giving may not have. The person, who organized it immediately looked at him. When you are prompted to give. That's all. If you allow your intellect to play all these mischief, you are losing the very, very purpose for which. This had happened about 25 years ago in Nyananda Ashram. But today when we are talking about Satvik, Papa says, look at that. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, anything with ostentation, anything with, to make others know that I am charitable, anything that you do it with expectation, it is Rajasic. It is not Satvik. How to understand? So here he bluntly said, if you allow the intellect to play, you are losing the joy you are getting, God may test us. It is already after all a food article, See the level. That means unshaken in the Sattvika. And that gives him joy because God has prompted him. He is doing God act. Like that we have to connect it one by one, so that we will interpret Sattva, Rajas, Tama in our own way. Broad guidelines are given by Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But that will not become mine. But here it will become mine because we have observed, We have observed and it stays in our heart. And at all levels we have seen this. family level, professional level, social level, spiritual level, everywhere. The Sattva, Tamas, playing its play. So if we can observe, you all can observe, anybody can observe. Kindly look back to your own life and pray to Papa who is seated within now, pray to God who is seated within now, to make you aware of these three dimensions and somehow to get stabilized in the Sattvic for onward transmission to the ultimate. With that background, we will proceed now. We will again come back to this page. Page number 27. Question. O Mother, your name is Ram. What is your form, since name and form always go together? Answer. I am without name and form. To realize me as without these, O Ramdas, you have first to assume me as having them. You must first assume that I am having name and form. So even the name and form that is there is also here only, you know. And only that power which is beyond name and form can become name and form. Otherwise there is only one name, no? Only one name and one form will be there. We see before us the entire creation. So the entire creation is also valid. The power behind the creation is also valid. Question. You are one, but the universe is full of diversity. It is made up of millions of. How is this, Mother? I am one, formless, nameless. I choose to be many. Hence I have to assume forms without which I cannot be many. Question. You are eternal, but how is it that your forms are perishable? Answer. It is as it should be. When one is real, many must be unreal. Otherwise, why should we say unreal? So form is born, remains for a time, and then dies. Birth, change, growth, dissolution. That is the nature of form. How can you exist, O Mother, when your forms perish? Answer. Just as, child, the gold remains even after the ornament is melted, during which process it loses its form, as also in the case of a lump of ice, which loses its form under heat, but the water of which it is made remains. Why did you wish to be many? You see, this is a fundamental question. That is the beauty of it. Fundamental question. And if we don't get the answer for ourselves, there is no use of going ahead with reading. This only gives a pointer. We must get the answer for ourselves. Reading will not give the answer. Reading can help us to get an answer. That's all. Why did you wish to be many? I desire to have a play. A play cannot be unless there be more than one. Hence I have to manifest myself as many. What do you gain by this play? Anandam. Supreme bliss. Ha! Enough. Wonderful question. How can you speak of bliss, O Mother, when the world is seen to be full of misery? You say Anandam, Paramanandam. Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Bhagavad Gita says, this is Dukhalayam and Ashashvatam. Here he says Paramanandam. Doesn't go well. Understand, my child, it is I myself acting as miserable, happy, angry, etc. How can you be acting as miserable and remain unaffected at the same time? acting is always an appearance. It does not affect the actor. The actor pretends to be weeping, while all the time he remains internally at heart unmoved. So also with all other feelings and emotions. What is this play of yours made up of? It is made up of three qualities, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Harmony, activity, dullness. How is variety seen in its diversity? By countless modes of combination of these three qualities. These three gunas make together what is called Prakriti. O mother, are you separate from Prakriti? O child, Prakriti exists because of me, but I am not in Prakriti. Is Prakriti eternal? Individually not, collectively she is. Bear in mind always that Prakriti has only a relative existence and not absolute. I am the only absolute. If sorrow and pain are unreal, why should there be sympathy, compassion, charity, love, truth, goodness, purity, and such virtues in this world? If sorrow and pain are unreal, why should there be? You see the type of questions that answer. Realization of the state in which this world is witnessed as a play can be attained only by recognizing me as one appearing as many. The three gunas have to be transcended before absolute unity is realized. Now this oneness is attained only through the practice of universal love, purity, truth, compassion, charitability. Question. What is this realization? This realization makes you only a blissful witness of the play of the three gunas and thus remain always free from the effects of pleasure and pain and other pairs of opposites, yourself untouched, unaffected. Then it is that you have realized the fact, you are at myself. This is how the second part comes to a close. So here also we find fundamental questions arise. So forget about the answer, because the process will take us to the ultimate. So here the process is that we must develop a keen desire, a keen aspiration to know Him. And these questions are something we are tallying with the practical life. It is very difficult to accept that it is a play. When I pinch myself, it pains. I can't say it's a play. So like that, if we go directly with the base idea, then we will get the answer. So what is required is, why we are not getting these questions? Because we are not earnest, to be very frank. Earnest aspirants will definitely get these questions. That is what Papa indicates through at the Gita class. This is an indication, this is a symptom, this is the litmus test. When I don't get answers, finally I surrender to Him. All the answers that I get, it is on a different plane. It is not related to the relative plane. It is related to the absolute. Then only you can remain untouched, unaffected by whatever that is going on. So here he comes, gives us the clue. Through Sattva, Rajas, Tama in its full expressions, all the tendencies in it comes out. Inherent tendencies. It comes out in all our activities, thought, word and deed. Which is halting at every moment our realization that it is a play. But if if this play is not there, how will we know that there is a stage beyond this play? Like that, fundamental questions. And the answers are also, he is not referring to anything outside. We are now referring to his work, outside. That is why it doesn't stay with us. The moment the session is over, the moment the utterance is over, we forget. Why, it is coming from outside. Certain things we remember. Why? Because there is an alignment. There is an alignment of what is inside and what has come from outside. That is why we remember. One person was a sevak in this ashram. He was here for 2-3 years or 3-4 years. He hardly opens his mouth, but always will be engaged in some activity. Throughout this 3.5 to 4 years, we have closely watched you. He has never uttered a word that will wound anybody. He has never uttered a word that is untruthful. He will never keep quiet. Suppose particular work is over. He will not sit and daydreaming. No. He will go and see who is doing what. Join with them. No words. He was very close to us. Then he has never expressed that I should become this, I should become that. But the only thing is he has not connected up with the God dimension. And the way in which, his relationship with everybody was 100% loving, cordial, because all his thoughts, words and deeds are in sattvic line only. Perfection to the mind. Anything you have entrust to him, perfect. Normally people who are perfect, they see the rights and wrongs in others. But here I have found no rights and wrongs in others. He will not make any comment about it. So they teach us, but what is lacking is that they have not connected it up with the God has given this. Probably he might be feeling, we don't know, he has not expressed. So all these values, which he has now mentioned, universal, what is it? Universal love, purity, truth, compassion, charitable deeds. 3 gunas have to be transcended before absolute unity is realized. Now this oneness is attained only through the practice of universal love, purity, truth, compassion and charitability. A blissful witness of the play of the 3 gunas. Probably. That is the tangible gain of going through this. We have seen sattvic people, we have seen rajasic people, we have seen tamasic people. Because all these things are there in us also. So that is why we are in a position to understand this is rajasic, this is tamasic. My tamas in me comes out and exhibits the tamas in others. The rajas in me comes out and exhibits the rajas in others. The sattva in me comes out and exhibits the rajas in sattva in others. Okay, that means clear. And these 3 are the different play of the Almighty Lord. Okay. So I should know this. If I have to know this, I have to somehow get rid of or discipline the rajasic and tamasic and reach the sattvic, and then also finally to go beyond that. Now, just start seeing this. So a harmonious relationship at home, a harmonious relationship at our professional field, a harmonious relationship with our society, all these things are excellent, no doubt. But if I have to ultimately reach the goal, I must be able to bring in the God dimension. Just like, that one or two examples which we are sharing. Through that, God is teaching us, So not only that the inner dialogue comes out, but the inner dialogue comes out such points, and he says, did I not show you through that particular incident? When you started shouting to your boss, how the boss received it? Calmly, coolly. When you shout, when we should not have acted the way in which you have acted to your colleague, how the colleague responded to you? Did I not teach you through him? So if we limit only with that person, you are so great, you are so humble, you are so sattvic, then I lose the dust. But suppose I feel God is teaching me through a particular act. When the rajas was stopped, when the tamas was stopped, through a sattvic approach, how he tamed me, then it will be helpful, because it was he who tamed me through that particular person. We don't know how far we have made it clear. So Sattva, Rajas, Tama were needed. At the same time, God dimension is also equally needed. One cannot be always in sattvic state in Vyavahara. So God has given us these three, but He has given us a little freedom by which we can control the tamasic and the rajasic, and somehow try to approach everything in a sattvic way, and then finally to go beyond the sattvic way, to know that He is behind it. Because everything is within these three gunas. Everything. That is why in this Bhagavad Gita, elaborately he discusses. Day for yesterday we said, just like when we keep our chappal in the chappal stand, when we put our towel on the towel rod, when we put our washing clothes in the washing machine, or when we wash in the usual traditional way, how do we keep it for drying? How do we receive a visitor? How do we handle a very, somebody is upset? You also become upset, means what is the use? So like that, right from morning till evening, he puts us on various situations. There will be tamasic, there will be rajasic, there will be sattvic approaches from outside. But how do you handle it? He makes you to handle it. Suppose you also fall in, then you feel, I should have told them something. I should not have become indifferent, tamasic. I should not have become aggressive, rajasic. So in short, rajas, tamas, sattva, rajas, tamas dominates, occupies us right from the moment we get up till we retire to bed. We have no choice. The only choice is prakritam and the prayatnam. That means the only choice is we make an effort to transcend the first two, tamas and rajas to sattvic, and finally to get over that. He says by becoming a witness, remaining unaffected. One more sign we have observed, people who have advanced in this, even in the Vyavahara, we say they are free from this wonder, vismayam. Oh, there is nothing like that. Later on, when we happen to go through Papa's words, that everything is as it should be, then where is the vismayam? You behave in a particular way. Suppose I accept you as that. There is no problem with me. The problem with me is only when I expect that you should behave in this way. That means I am involving myself. The Sakshi is not there. So finally he says that this realization makes you only a blissful witness of the play of the three gunas, and thus remain always free from all the effects of pressure and pain and other pairs of opposites. Yourself untouched, unaffected. Then it is that you will have realized the fact you are at my side. So we have to accept this Sattva Rajas Tamas dominance in us. We have to understand. There should be a conscious effort on our part to remain in the sattvic mood as much as possible. How can we do that? By bringing this God dimension only. Certain people are gifted with that prakritam, as I told you, They have got that svabhava in them. It is an inherent svabhava. If they add a little more prayatna, then they will be really making it. In our case, probably, the rajasic may be more or tamasic may be more. And that is our prakritam. So I have also to do my prayatna, myself. So we try to understand from the first and second part of At the Feet of God, this, what you call it, outpourings, this soliloquy, this thoughts arising from spiritual sadhaka's mind, and he gets the answer from the source of all sources. We take it from the first and second. That's the importance of Sattva Rajas Tama. Here also, whether we know it or not, whether we recognize it or not, whether we study it or not, it has its play on us. So probably we can take it that by these two dialogues, we should, Papa is cautioning us, the reader, that you have not given any importance for this aspect. Please be alert and see whether your actions are sattvic. First stage. Universal love, purity, truth, compassion, charitable deeds. These are the words you can add. In Hints to Aspirants, when he was making about the periodical evaluation, he has said that, when I know where I am, I should refer to company of saints, prayer, involving myself in acts of love and compassion. These are some of the methods. You remember the word? When I look at myself, so what are the impurities lurking in his mind? What has seized his soul? What is the obstacle that stands between him and the immortal bliss and peace? What are the bonds that keep him tied down to the low levels of life? When he has thus, by deep reflection, discovered what he is, whether it is Sattva dominating, Tamas dominating, then what should I do? He can, through prayer, self-discipline, company of great souls, and acts of love and compassion, get rid of all impediments, mental obsession, near darkness that envelops his soul, and realize the splendor, power, peace and joy of the great truth that dwells within. So concludes prayer from the bottom of the heart. Knowing that this will be an impediment, you made me to follow. This is too much. I slipped again. I should not have done. I know that I should not have done. Why did you make me to slip again? Why did you give that particular word to my mouth? It had offended him. Like that, This is called prayer. Why did you always make me to think about me, my security, my uncertainty, my anxiety. Same thing is there for that person. That is person is behaving because of uncertainty, anxiety, insecurity in him. Why don't you make me aware? Puja Swamiji was sharing one incident, how Mataji touched and reminded him. Somebody was there, some petitioner had come and some had replied, and Mataji was observing. And then when he came, he asked what he said. What he did, what he spoke. So immediately Mataji says, you have solved your problem. What about her problem? From the standpoint of ashram, we would have solved it. But what about from his or her standpoint? So we are now, through our prayer, you have made us to understand all these things. That just like I have my own priorities and preferences and rights and wrongs, everyone has got equal right to have preferences, priorities and rights and wrongs. Why don't you make me to realize that before I react? I just blurted it out and then it has offended. And pernicious tendency is, when I don't like somebody, I try to dig out what all I can, one by one charge sheet, Suppose I bring in the good things in them, it will get mellowed. But my Rajasic activity will never permit. Because Rajasic activity is such that it wants to say that everybody should accept what I say is right. Because I am perfect, Everybody else is unperfect or imperfect. I had shared one, these are all some of the things which we learned. In a public forum, there was a debate. Somebody was telling about rights and wrongs. The person immediately when it has triggered controversy, that person immediately got up and said, please wait. Everybody kept quiet. I don't think I have presented it the way in which it should be presented. Immediately everybody stopped. Gave him a fresh air. It is not artificial. I don't think I have presented the way in which it should have been presented. So the mistake is in me. That has triggered a lot of controversy. Kindly think from this angle. It was a wonderful thing. It's a big gathering. Heated arguments are going on. But with that particular sattvic attitude from him, he could change the entire people's sattvic mood and change it to sattvic mood. Everybody became conciliatory. Otherwise, they were all holding on to their own. So, in nutshell, Rajas and Tamas has to be tamed, not tamed. Just in Vinobaji's language, it should be done away with. And what remains is Sattva to be wounded, but to be kept. So even in our Vyavahariki, the so-called labeled Vyavaharik life, family life, professional life, social life, individual life, this Rajas and Tamas is an hindrance. A person, he wants certain things to be done in this manner, for the sake of it, for the institution. So he may leave instructions in the form of request. And then after some time when he comes, it has not been done. If he is not sattvic, he can jump at them, he can shout at them. Have I not told you clear cut that it should be done like this? But if the sattvic predominates, you couldn't do it now. Can you do it tomorrow? What is the problem? Any problem that I can solve? I know something must have happened. Immediately the other man, I forgot the whole thing. I have to do it tomorrow. I have seen this. So the sattvic approach not only brings out perfection, efficiency, but harmony and love. And this will help us in our onward journey. So 2-3 things Papa is teaching us now. This world, the entire world, your individual life, individual world and the total cosmic world is nothing but the expression of these three. Your job is, you should know your Prakritam first, your Svabhava first. So that you will be able to apply certain techniques by which, by your prajna, by which you move from Rajasic and Tamasic to the Sattvic level. This is the process. Second thing is, even if you become Sattvic at the Vyavaharic level, unless and until you bring in that it is God's play, it will not help you in your spiritual growth. Number 3, when you are doing it in that, automatically we remain unaffected. At the same time, you are not devaluing. You are not telling that this should not happen. There is no question of this should not happen. It has happened. That's all. So now we pray to Him. You give us that mindset. We are now convinced that one word, one slip of the tongue can do havoc. At the same time, one soothing word can be a balm, a soothing balm. There are many incidents, how a Rajasic uncle, he was right. He was a righteous man. He was full of values. But he stood for certain things. And ultimately, he had to become Rajasic to his nephew. And after some time, somehow, when he knew that this will not work, days are changing, I must change. So he immediately called and told him, there is no ego there. So he called him and said, forget about what had happened, From today onwards, you also handle this. How happy they were, When we hear this, how much happy we feel. Two people warring each other and then suppose they compromise and when you hear that. This is called universal love, So he says here, the 3 gunas have to be transcended before absolute unity is realized. Now this oneness is attained only through the practice of universal love, purity, truth, compassion and charitable deeds. And this realization makes you only a blissful witness of the play of the 3 gunas and thus remain always free from all the effects of pleasure and pain and the prayers of offerings. It's a direct teaching to our Bhakti. Direct. Gandhiji was going with a group of people at a particular place. When they reached, it was already 2:30, 3 o'clock. Everybody was hungry. They all took their meals and they rested. After some time, they knew Gandhiji was not there in his seat, taking rest. Suddenly, he found, after eating, all of them have thrown the banana leaves. It was served in banana leaves. And Gandhiji, when they dug a pit, was taking one by one to that place. Now see the Sattvic and Rajasic first. Tamasic. When you eat, you become Tamasic, you don't mean anything bad, but you just throw it. You don't mean that they should be inconvenient, that it is, you are not doing that because of the Tamasic influence. But look at Gandhiji, he did not blame, Somebody has to do it. That's all. God is teaching us, how can you convert? There are 2 ways, you can also shout. You are traveling with me, what is the use? You are insensitive to the environment. They have given you food. And is this the way to behave? All those things can come. And this is not going to change them. They may feel bad, but it will not touch their heart. But the very act of sattvic touch, the sattvic attitude of Gandhiji touched the heart of everybody. With universal love. He had love, for him. He did not see it. All the children do something like that. No, annoying. Somebody has to do it. That's what he said. So again we repeat now that we try to understand it through examples, not through theories. Theories will help us to reproduce it in different forms. But examples, will stay with us. That is the purpose for which, we are made to now go through all these thoughts. It is not for getting a degree in philosophy, Papa's philosophy, doctorate. No. We want certain clues from Papa's life so that we will be able to reach the ultimate in our own way. So we know some theory, but maximum experiential knowledge, not theoretical knowledge. Experiential knowledge can come only by observing it. And if we don't have to go. If we start minutely observing, we will find these three gunas explicit. How it is doing havoc, how it is doing harmony, how it is creating harmony among people. Some time back we have shared one incident, the father was to go to the office. He used to drop his child in the school. They were late or something like that. They all sat in the daughter and the father. They sat in the dining table to eat their breakfast. Suddenly, the coffee or tea got spilled on his dress by the daughter. He lost his temper. He shouted. Then somehow he went inside and changed, and still the hangover was there. He asked the daughter also, if you want to come. And then with all this, he goes to the office. Suddenly he finds he has forgotten the key. He's the manager. Again he had to come back. And went back. And the person who has narrated this has also the network connection. So suppose he had reacted. As soon as the tea or coffee got spilled, don't worry now. Immediately it goes up, changes its same attitude. Just like what is it, unaffected. Everything goes well, The child will be careful. Mother will be careful. Harmony is there, nothing is lost. This is how we try to learn the graduation from tamasic and rajasic to sattvic. And then ultimately this one, we have to do it because God has provided you to see, to observe. Now when it comes to you, you should not forget. So we request everybody, to kindly think about the examples. With that, you also go through the 14, 17, 18. Elaborate theoretical approach is there for Sattva Rajastava. Elaborate. So many shlokas exclusively deal with this Sattva Rajastava. We started compiling it. It's a big list. In 14, in 17 and 18. But the cream is this. When Rajasic and Tamasic creates a mess of everything. Sattvic dissolves everything, paves the way for a peaceful atmosphere. And a spiritual aspirant, we will transcend that also by trying to realize that God has provided me to be in the midst of Rajasic and Tamasic. And he has somehow facilitated me to hold on to the Sattvic. And by that process, not only that you become peaceful and calmful, you radiate peace and calmness, but you also radiate peace and calmness in and around. For that, we keep our eyes open, ears open. He places before us umpty number of. Every month you will be getting a vision. There is a column called Dear Children. Suppose we look at it with this, they are always not. Anyway, one more example, then we will stop. When father and son, they were traveling. Before the son joined the father, he had a two-wheeler, and he was supposed to be in a park. From there he was picked up. As soon as he saw his son was little dull, little depressed. He was not in his full spirit. He did not ask him. But father could gauge something had gone wrong. So he got into it. He went to a hotel. After finishing the food, he asked for the bill. Then along with the bill, he also put a fat sum. And directly went to the cashier, the owner seat. So he asked, why have you given so much money? Then he said, you may not remember. 25 years or 15, 20 years back, I was working here. And during my work, though you paid me salary, I was, I had this weakness for my tongue. So I used to eat so many things without your knowledge. And I should have paid it, I did not pay. I couldn't pay also. But I was feeling guilty. Now God has placed me in a position where I can pay back. Kindly accept. He got stunned. He said, after you have taken only food, forget about it. He said, no, you have to accept it. I said, okay. After that he came, got into the vehicle. Then when he was nearing the park, he asked, anything you want to do now? That immediately, son said, yes, get to the fact you are trying to park the vehicle, motorbike. Suddenly it lost its balance. It fell on the bumper of a car. It had made a deep dent. But he saw nobody seeing it. He kept it in the joint. We will have to find out now. The person's car. A Sattvic approach, Think about it.
And also the act of father would have maybe more than I don't know.
So that is how it radiates. So now our request is we have to interpret whatever we may read from at the feet of God or from Bhagavad Gita. We have to interpret these three gunas through our own observation and experience. Then it will stay with us. It will help us in our spiritual journey. Otherwise, it may purely become, bluntly I would say, it become an academic knowledge. Unless I mingle with it, the daily life, it will not become mine. And nobody need think that they will not have. They will have. Even today, from today morning, suppose you had watched something, you would find out this. Because you are not dealing with your only. You are dealing with so many persons. How was your attitude? Was it a sincere, friendship, or superficial, artificial? Hello, how are you? Thank you, all those things, Do you mean when you say so? When you came out of the house or when you are moving out, something fell down immediately, did you perfectly put it back? These are all the reminders. So now every moment we have to be alert. Sattva Sama is playing its game. So we have to be alert. And we may say, so we prayed. Why did you allow me? Knowing that it is wrong, why did you allow? Through that person, what a beautiful play you played. And through me, you made me to sleep. It is unfair, like that. So the take-home message can be that we should be able to interpret Sattva, Rajas, Tama in our own way, through our own observation. Then it comes to stay with us forever, ever. And every day the teaching is going on. Father life and mother. Father life and mother teaching. Day in and day out, teach us wise tuitions. That word. Day in and day out, wise tuitions. We may not be able to grasp the whole thing, but let us have it in our mind. We would have reacted, not in the way in which we want to react, because of our habit, we just. But immediately, why did you make me to do this? Like that, you try to correct out. Bring him into the picture, bring him into the picture, bring him into the picture. Is the one strain that Papa keeps on harping. So we pay to Papa now. You are there in the form of remembrance in our heart. Kindly immediately point out, not after that. When I am about to commit a mistake, why should you keep quiet and make me to fall? Immediately you should correct me, Papa. That much relationship we should develop with him first. If he has to respond to our call, that much close relationship we have to develop with him. If it is hello, no, it won't. But it should be deep. It should be deep, intense. So let us all pray like that. So that whatever role he asks us to play at the outer and inner level, we will be doing it as a witness, unaffected, untouched by any of these things. More of it. Hari Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram